Crafty friends, how's everyone doing today? Welcome to my channel. This is Sheree. My channel is Turquoise Dreaming, and I'm here today to work on this journal. This is the school-related, school-themed type of journal, and it's a binder. In case you haven't seen any of the videos, but this is going to be the fourth video, and here's where we are so far. The first two we worked on the cover. It was the front, then it was the outside, then the inside. Then we worked on figuring out what size pages I needed because this little binder did not come with anything in it. So I kind of had to figure out and make sure of the, the size of the pages. I've got quite a few pages in here now, as you can see. And so let me show you some of the fun pages. And I was going to go ahead and add, like I have some papers out here to add some more pages. But and I was going to do that before I turned on the video, but I just got excited and I turned on the video. So here we are, ready to go. So I hope you're up for some crafty fun today. So in the last video, we did decorate the pockets also. So cute. Look how they turned out. Here's the front. Here's the back. So cute. We used some of the stickers from the scrapbook collection kit from Cartabella that I'm using, and that is school themed. But in this pocket, I put a red library card. So far in this little, this was a cut apart from the that scrapbook paper, and so I put that crayon box in there. And then back here, I put another library card, a blue one, so pretty, and it looks nice in that pocket. And so that's where we are. The pages, you saw me put in the scrapbook paper. This was was going through my papers and just looking around, and I've gotten some papers from thrift stores, and it's really kind of miscellaneous, a variety of papers, usually in a stack. When you get them from a thrift store, they could be from anywhere, multiple scrapbook paper pads, whatever, wherever they're from, I don't know. But this was, it's really funny because I don't really, I buy, like the collection kits from ecopark.com and paper pads like from wherever, Walmart or Hobby Lobby I've got some from, and things like that. So this was in the one, this was a yellow piece of vellum. I made it into a pocket, but it wasn't in the, and I've gotten this before in the scrapbook papers from thrift stores where there's vellum mixed in with the papers. Like I didn't even know it was in there. I bought like a stack of scrapbook papers from a thrift store, and I come home, or I might not even know it right away. I come home and put it away, or I show it to you guys, and then I discover there's vellum in there. So pretty cool. But this was a yellow piece, so I thought it would be pretty in here. I made it into a pocket. It was like 8.5 by 11 size, by the way. It wasn't 12 by 12. It was a stack of, I've got a stack of 8.5 by 11 papers that I got from a thrift store. Scrapbook papers, and in it there's a few vellum pieces. And so this one, since it was that size, I thought great to cut down a little bit and put in here. And I was gonna, I was trying to figure out how I want to do it. Do I want it to just be a page or whatever? I decided it would be a fun pocket, so it is a pocket, and I sewed it up the sides. So, and then I just was thinking about, the school theme. So this is not necessarily like, it's kind of just school. Like, it could be kindergarten, it could be college, whatever grade, it doesn't matter. But it's just basically I'm just trying to keep the school theme in mind. So here's a page from a yearbook. No digitals or copies in here. So this is an authentic, original page from a yearbook there. I love yearbooks. I love looking back at the hairstyles and a lot of them, most of the older ones are, and even not so old ones, like they're vintage, but it's like you would think they would have had color pictures by early 70s, but even some of the early 70s ones, maybe most of them, I don't know, I only have a couple, but they still have black and white pictures in them. I guess that saves money, in printing. So yeah, the glasses, everything's so cool. And then I thought about dictionary pages, and I have lots of vintage dictionaries. So I went through my dictionaries and picked out some. I tried to pick out like the thicker paper, and I have so many different sizes. I have teeny tiny dictionaries, two great big dictionaries. So I try to pick out a couple that would be around this size. And so here's a page from a dictionary. I thought about maps and atlases. So here's an index page from an atlas. So of course I am adding, I added kind of like all the fun papers first, and then now I'm going back and adding some writing pages. So I just added this ledger page. Here's a page for music. You know, a lot of us took music, some type of music lessons, or maybe you were in the band or whatever in school. So this is a piano music here. A lot of us maybe took shorthand in school. This is a shorthand page. Of course, you had different classes like science. So this reminded me of science here. It's all about color. And then this is a children's dictionary page. Here is what I would call a writing page, but it's yellow graph paper. And some more pages. This is a picture of the band. And juniors participate in band pep rally right here. And then more of the pictures. And let's see what else is different. This is an end page from the ledger, that other ledger page I put in there. It had that end page connected to it. Here's another. This was from a typing book. This was in the front of it and was talking about how to, like, your posture when you're typing and how to sit and how to hold your fingers and things like that. That's what this was all about. It's so cute, right? Isn't that adorable? So cool. So that's from a typing book, and I think, let's see, I put a couple. This is another like fold out yearbook page. Those are all from the same yearbook. And then math book. This is from a math book. And this is from a typing book also. This is one of the exercises where you know, are learning how to type and practice your speed and all that. Let's see. Map. Here's the actual map from an atlas. And let's see, anything else? Another typewriter. I thought it would be fun to put actual pictures of the typewriters here. And this is talking about all the parts of the typewriters. These are, look like, I think they said Underwood typewriters here. Yeah, this was, I don't know what year that was from. That was a pretty old one, I would say 50s, or these look like manual typewriters. When I was in high school, we had electric typewriters. So we didn't have computers yet, but we had electric typewriters at least. So anyway, I think you got the idea there on the pages. There's a shorthand page. But now I'm going back. I just added, I'm just adding some of the writing paper. So I added that one. And I added that other end page I just showed you. So I'm going to go through and add some more. Here it is right here. So I'll just keep continuing through and kind of adding some papers. And I was going to, like I said, do this off video. But I thought, you know, let's just do it together. And so we'll just see how much we can get done in a little bit of time here. I wanted to cut off the holes on this ledger paper. I kind of like this kind of ledger paper here. All my ledger paper and graph paper I've gotten at, I haven't ever had to buy any new. I always look at it and I'm like, yep, they still have it at Walmart if I ever need it. But fortunately, I keep finding it at thrift stores. So, and I like ledger paper because it's like no matter how you put it in, it's workable as far as you can write on it. You can write on it. This is upright, so you can write on it. This way you can write it on it every which way, you know what I mean? So I really, really enjoy using this type of ledger paper, or probably any type of ledger paper, because you can put it in any way you want, and it still is cool. So, of course, I just cut that in half, as you saw, but I am going to have to cut a little bit off the bottom here. So let's go ahead and do that. And so we'll add a few of these pages, and I'll show you what I'm adding. So let's do that. Let's see, I made myself a new template just now too, because I was using these papers like I showed you, but I keep on messing up the holes, and I kind of don't want to waste all those papers, you know, like that, with messing up the holes, and then I feel like I can use them, but I have to cut off the holes because now I've messed them up, right? Or I have to cover them up or something. So I made myself a little file folder type template here. And if I mess that up, I don't care. This file folder, I have some of these in my stash, and I don't really, I kind of like them, but I kind of don't. So if I mess this up and then I have to throw it away and do a new one, that won't really matter to me. So if I didn't have this, I would use like a piece of cardboard or something. You know, I kind of like this because it's a little bit lighter weight. So I thought I'd just use that since I had it handy. Okay, so let's put one right here. I've got 2 pages, and so I'm putting one here, and I'll save this one for the back, somewhere near the back, because I don't want to put one here and then put another one right next to it. As far as like go 2 pages over and then put another one the same thing. So let's go on to the next type of paper I have out here, and that is some more. I pulled out some more fun like papers that I haven't used in a couple of journals recently. Like I've used these before, but not recently. So, you know, I didn't want to use the same pages as like I keep saying this, I know, but it goes to say, you know, it goes for everything. Like everything I used in the last couple of journals, I don't want to, you know, use exactly the same thing in this journal. I want to, you know, use my other things, you know, kind of cycle through my stash type of thing, so that I'm not using the same thing in every journal. Every journal's, even though it's not the same type or theme or whatever, still I want to use different things. So this is some paper that say, first of all, it's a fun paper. And second, I thought, well, this is, you know, kind of like maybe a notebook that somebody might have taken to school and used for taking notes or, you know, organizing or whatever. So I pulled out some of these little fun papers. These are from a little notebook. So yeah, I'm going to put this one to the side too, and we'll put this one in there in a minute. And so we'll go over a couple more pages and put another. We'll cycle back through if we have to, if we get to the end and we haven't used up all of these writing papers. But this is a fun vintage address book. I love the red print on it. So we're going to use this. And I'm putting the holes out here so I can punch new holes over here. And these can be either left as, say, a decoration, or you can always weave something through all of the holes or a couple of the holes, or just leave them like that. I think they're just cool like that. Let's see, can we do a couple at a time? I've got this one too, another kind of fun paper. I've got 2 of those. I think we can go through a couple of these and punch holes at the same time so we can get these done a little quicker. That's not too thick, so maybe. Let's see, we did one of these. We didn't do this one though. Let me put this one on the back since it's, well, oh, it's about the same height as these. Okay. I just want to get these done. Okay, let's punch these because I don't want to get too many where it's not going to punch through them. Okay, so I'm going to line these up. And let's see. I'm going to have to cut a little bit off the longest one. So let me line it up like, I'm going to put my template at the top, and then if I have to cut any off, I'll cut it down here. Okay. All right, there we go. You see, I might have to cut that off right there, because I cut, this is the length and not the width, but the length and then the holes for my template. It's not the width though. I'm not going by this for the width. Sorry, I'm on my second allergy pill today. The pollen is really bad now, so I got a little bit more gardening to do before I want to say my gardening's done for a bit, before the pollen goes away. But I went out and I had a flower pot to get some weeds out of. You know, it sat over the winter, and there's a what's in that pot? Oh shoot, what? Of course I can't think when I'm on video. Okay, so we used that one. Let me see. It's a lily, a daylily. Yeah, a daylily. That's what I'm trying to think of. And yeah, there's the other one of that. Wait, did we just use one of those? Oh, we did, so I don't want that there. I guess I had 3 of those out. Okay. I'll put that one back there too and put this one here. Yeah, so I weeded that pot and killed some weeds, and I was afraid to stay out any longer because I didn't want to have a major allergy attack, and I think I just took my second allergy pill before I walked outside, so I was like, it's crazy when you have allergies what you can or can't do, right? But, you know, it's just, it makes you feel so bad if you have a major allergy attack, so you just kind of try to avoid that. Don't you? Don't you? But, yeah, so that's what I was doing today. It's the weekend, so I get some of those things done. All right. So we just used one of these, and I've got two more to punch here. This one is another notebook. I have several of these notebooks that I actually bought for myself a while ago from Dollar Tree. They're not vintage or anything, but I've probably had them for 4 or 5 years, and I hadn't used them. I just, you know how we do. If you're a paper lover, you just buy notebooks because you like notebooks and paper and stuff like that. But you can't use all of them, so I took some out of my own personal stash and took them apart so I could use the pages. And they're cute little notebooks and pages. So let's see, I need my template. But yeah, I ran out and got that stuff done, and it came in before I had even though I took an allergy pill, I just didn't want to get it to me, and made sure I washed my hands when it came in. I don't have any gardening gloves. I just meant to order some, and I hadn't done, I forgot, so I went in after I went to my phone while I was thinking about it, and put some in my cart so I could order some gardening gloves, because that helps, keep the pollen off of you if you have some gardening gloves. And so, yeah. Let's see, that's still a little bit too long there. Oh, I think I put it in the wrong way. Hold on. Let me try this way. Will it work this way? Either way? Yeah, but it's too long either way. I guess I didn't cut off any of this one yet. I did. Okay, well, I need to cut off a little bit more. Which way? I think I need to cut a little bit off the top now. Let's try that. This has pretty pink lines on it, so. Alright, let's see. So it's good on the top and good on the bottom there. Okay. Now, that's all the papers. So let's cycle back through the papers again. And start off with this ledger. Okay, put some ledger here. It'll look nice beside the map paper there. And then go over a couple. Now I counted the pages I was putting in. And I think I should have room for about 5 more pages. But we'll see. Oh, I have one more page too. That I'll show you. That I didn't show you yet. Okay, so we're just like skipping a couple and then putting in one. But you know, it depends on what I have in here. But sometimes I'll do like every other page is a writing page, but I just had so many fun. I think I need to trim this one. I had so many fun like school related pages. I just didn't do that this time. Okay, let's see how that is. I think that might be good. Yeah, that's good. Okay, so the one more page that I had was a flashcard. Of course, flashcards are school related. So I was going to punch a hole in a flashcard and make that a page. My son's dog's outside right now. They just sound like they just let her out. And she's a barker. She's a barker. Well, she's not really a barker, but she barks when they come home. My son might have just got home. Or when you leave. Like, even if I go over there, or up there, he lives upstairs right now. Even if I go up there, and they're outside, she will bark at me as I leave. Like, I don't know if she's saying goodbye or if she's saying don't leave, but whatever she's saying, she's barking at me. Okay, so this one kind of doesn't matter where we put it. Let's put it right here. It looks like we need something right here in between these two like text pages. So let's put it right there. Yeah, we definitely need something right there to break that up. Okay, so I think I have room. I think I have room for 5 more pages, but you'll be surprised at how fast. Let me show you. It doesn't look like a lot, but it is. Once you get pockets and tuck spots and ephemera in here, it really ends up being pretty bulky. So next I thought, let's put some trims on, and I have, well, I thought I got out a measuring tape, but I don't see it here now. Oh, here it is. It was buried. Okay, I guess I got this one out. Let me take a drink. I have coffee here. I almost feel like I have pollen in my throat. I know I'm imagining it. So I have this sticker here, which is like a measuring tape. And I figure that's, well, this is my school-related stickers from that scrapbook paper. And then this is an actual real measuring tape. So I thought maybe both of those would be fun to use. So let's use up the sticker first. See where we can put that. And I'm picturing them, instead of trims that stick out on this one, as far as like pom-pom or anything, I just don't see, I mean, I could do it, and the person that gets it could do it, but I just can't see putting, oh, and I have this too. This would be a good trim. Yeah, this little ABC border. Yeah, I have this sitting here. That will definitely be a good trim because it's colored. But I just can't see pom-pom trim on this one. I mean, I can see it, and I don't like it, so I don't think I'm going to put pom-pom trim. I might want to put something right here that on this first page. Let's try this actual. I picked this one out because I've actually used some of it already. See, the end metal piece, like it's supposed to be like this, and I've already used it. So if we put some of this right here, I think that would be fun. And I will just use some art glitter, some Fabri-Tac. So let's do that. So I have some other cards here too that we can put on pockets. I'm hoping to do that right now too. Okay, so I'm going to cut this the length of the page. And there we go. We're going to use that right there. And we'll just put some Fabri-Tac on it. And glue it down. And next we'll use the ABC. We'll alternate between the two measuring tape or ruler type things. And I think I'm going to, let me not use my fingers, and let me get my little glue protection here. I got it right here on my desk. I put this through the dishwasher because I got paint on it. And I didn't, I kind of rinsed it off pretty much, but I mean, it already was stained like this, so I just ran it through the dishwasher so that it would be nice and clean. As clean as I could get it anyway. Okay, I spread that out because I didn't want to use my fingers. So I spread it out with my glue spreader there. All right, can you see over here? Yeah, you can see right here. You can't see the whole notebook, but you can see right there. Okay, so I'm going to put that right there. I need to cut a little bit off the top here. It's sticking up above the page a little bit. So we'll do that. There, and then we'll let that dry. And let's put this to the, let's see now. See, I got glue on there, so I feel like I can't use it again because, let me put it behind me, because then I'll get glue all over everything. So that's the only thing about me using that. I should use a book, right, like other people do. I should, but I don't. Okay, there we go. I just want to make sure no glue is sticking out so it doesn't you know, peeking out so I don't get glue all over everything. Okay, now let's skip to let's skip, well, let's just look for a page where the green, this green little alphabet strip would look good. Oh, I need to cut this off right here, though, this white piece. So this is, I mean, I would do this very exact same thing if I were off, you know, just working on this off video. I would do just what you're seeing here, going through and adding the trims just like this. And so this, you know, this is what it takes. I do want to decorate this somehow. Trying to see if I have any other strips here. I have this little strip of, this is from a branding strip. I like that. Let's see what else we have here. Oh, we have, oh, this is, there's nothing on here. This is trash. There's these, I have this scrap right here. So we could put some of that on there. School days, or, see, there's another ruler on here. They're a little bit, I kind of want something thin though if I were going to do that. So, oh, let me show you what I made out of the scraps from a, I recently brought home some scrap of paper from the thrift store. I showed you a few weeks ago on a Thrifty Thursday. And I took the cover of that. You know how they have the paper cover over the scrap of paper and they have the samples and all that. So I took that little paper and cut it up and just I cut off all the words and just to see what I had left, what paper I had left to work with. And this was one of them. I made this little tag. I backed it on some file folder. Made a little tag, and this is a little piece of a vintage sheet. Here I used as the topper. It was yellow, so, and it matched the yellow right here. This is the word love, L-O-V-E. So a cute little tag made from that, something that most people probably throw away, that paper cover, then, you know, that goes over a scrapbook paper. You usually have those, well, I've done it with in the collection kits, it's paper. In the paper pad, it might be cardstock, so you can do the same thing with both. But these are, I punched these little, I have this is a paper punch I have, this little tag shape. And then there was a strip, just a little strip. So I punched these little shapes, these tag shapes out of that strip. And these were the colors in that strip. And aren't they cute? Look how pretty these are, just little tags, but they're so, I think they're actually kind of gorgeous. They're so cute. Look at that polka dotted one, pink with gold polka dots. So yeah, I just did that one day when I'm trying to clean up some of my Thrifty Thursday stuff here. Okay, so I don't like any of that on here. Let's see, here's a little something, a little strip on here. This little, it's like, it's math. So that could go on there. This first day back to school could go in there too, but it's a little fatter, but I think that would actually fit there too. Let me see. Yeah, that would fit there, and it's colorful. Let's do this one. Okay, Fabri-Tac. Let's go ahead and add a little. These are stickers, but I always add glue, of course, to these too. Just a little bit on that one. And there we go. Just put that there as a little decoration. We'll put more on there. Maybe we'll go ahead and decorate this while we're passing it. And then we'll go on and finish our trims. Okay, what else? What else? We have all of this open area. And as I always say, I don't like to cover the whole thing of whatever it is. And like whoever gets this can add some writing paper on here, or I could. I don't know if I will or not. If I come by something that would be good writing paper or a writing spot, I can put like a little note paper on one side and then leave the other side so you can see. My point is so that you can see that it is a flashcard. I don't want to cover up the whole thing. So as far as decoration, maybe something right in here. Let me see what we have. So This says first day of school, and it's words. This little banner could be just the thing that we could use on here. I think it is. So let's do that. Let's put some of this little banner on here. So the little banners, I don't know if you have any of them or if you've ever used them, or if you have them, if you have trouble using them, but you don't have to use the whole thing altogether, you know what I mean? Like, I'm just going to use part of it here. Let's start over here and go that way. It might be easier for me. But, yeah, you don't have to use the whole thing. Like, I'm just going to use a few pieces of this one. And we'll add, it'll look like a little banner, like a little bit of a banner. And I'll add some color here. So, I'm just going to go like this. And you could leave it, like, you could, what I've done it, I think I usually, I'll show you what I do. Let's leave a little space in between each piece. These are cute. This looks like notebook paper, this piece here. And you don't have to use, I mean, you don't have to use Fabri-Tac on these. You could just use some, I think I'll keep going down a little bit here. Whoa, I got glue string hooked to me. But, you know, I was going to say you can use art glitter glue too. You don't have to use Fabri-Tac. I'm just using it because I have it open. See, I don't like that. I don't know if I can move it now. No, it's already there. Okay, it's fine. It's fine. I like it. I'm going to like it because it's already stuck down. Okay, let's see if we can get one more piece there. So it's a little banner going across here. Don't necessarily want to get in the way of my hole there, so I'm going to try to go right under the hole. But yeah, a little banner. And then I'm going to use a pen, so I have a really thin line. Just draw a line. Just draw a line in between. So that you don't have to, but if you want to, you can draw a little line in between so it's connected. So it looks like it's on a string. You can use a marker if you want. I'm using a pen just because it's a thinner line. Okay, so we've got the banner, we've got this, and let's see, anything else? Anything else? Let's put, well, no, I don't think we'll put anything else right now. Because I have, well, no, I think that's it for now. Okay, I'm going to stop. Okay, so now we're going to look. Oh, I didn't show you this. This is one of the index pages from the atlas, and somebody asked me about how I was going to use these transfer envelopes. You know, I have the transfers that came in the envelopes, and I have the envelopes. So this is one of them. This was the biggest one. I said, well, I'll try to, I put in the comments, I'll try to use one in the current journal that I'm working on. So here it is. I just did this, you know. I like to use envelopes like this because, and just glue down the flap. And you can just put a little bit of glue under here and leave this open. I glued this whole thing down. But I like to use envelopes like this because it's easier to get into it like this. It's one of the easiest ways to put an envelope in and still be able to fully access and get into it. So there it is. I think it's really cool. Okay, so on we go as far as decorating. So we just put a, on the first page here, we put that measuring tape. So I kind of want to go, like, I don't want measuring tape on every page. That would be like overkill on the measuring tape. So I kind of want to go toward the middle and then maybe put one in the back. So we have like 3 in here. Okay, so let's see. We're getting toward the middle here. While we're here, this is, like I said, this is just what I do if I was actually doing this off video. This is what I would do. So I have these are little flashcards. They're like little miniature flashcards, super small, as you can see. I have a whole stack of them. As I'm passing by this page here, and I like to put tabs on my pages that fold out. And I saw a big blank area here, and I thought, oh, this would be the perfect page. And I didn't know how I was going to use those little flashcards, but I thought I got them out because I thought, oh, I really would like to use one of these in here. But I didn't think of tabs. I was like, maybe there'll be a little tiny tuck spot. I didn't know, and now here I am passing by this page, putting it on as a tab. So I think that would be a cute little tab right there. Put it on with some Fabri-Tac. And we will let that dry. I got a little bit oozing out here, so I want to wipe that off. And let that dry without moving it. I need to maybe let me put my ruler here. So this is not touching that other page at the moment, and let that dry so that it doesn't glue my pages together. I'm going to put it right there where the flashcard is. Okay. Didn't move. Okay, we're good to move on. Okay, here's probably a good spot for, let's see, we still have maybe this page or this page. Let's see how it looks here. It looks good there. I think it actually looks better here though. I had a feeling it would look better here. So we're going to put a piece of this one here. So let's cut that to fit. And then we'll glue this one down as a little trim on this page. So let's just get our length. I'm just going to go ahead and cut it right here. And I like the green color. I think, was that the actual color that they were? Or I don't remember what color. I remember something like this in classrooms. I just don't remember. It looks so familiar, like they were actually this color. Well, I'm just butterfingers today. That wasn't good either because I just got glue there. All right, we'll fix it. We'll fix it. So this could actually happen because it just did. So when things happen, you just figure it out. So okay, we've got that there. And it's, we cut it to the length of the paper, so it's a good length and it fits right there. So, but we just got a bunch of glue right here, so we can try to wipe it off. It's not a bunch of glue, but it's too much glue just to leave and go on. Or else I would definitely glue my pages together. Let's see if it wipes off. See, now I've got that page. I might have to just do that page over. Did I get it off? Got it off. I think I might just take that page out and let it dry and see how it comes out. Like, I have more of those. It's not that I could put a sticker there too and decorate that too. But for right now, I'm gonna take it out and let me see how it dries, because I think I got the glue off. Yeah, I did get the glue off, but I need to let that dry, and I want to see what it looks like when it's dry. So. Now I said I need 5 more pages. Now I need 6 more pages if that one doesn't work out. So let's go to the back. I'm going to put, let's see, I like to use, let's see, we used that white measuring tape. See, here's some more of those letters. I have my yellow washi measuring tape here too. I wasn't going to use that, but I think I am going to use it so I don't have the same measuring tape again. So I have a different one. So let's see where that would look good. Maybe on this music. Either here, or I don't think I want to put it there. Let's see what it looks like right here, actually. Yeah, I like it there. Okay, so we're going to cut a piece of this, and let me, before I put it down, I'm not going to use, Fabri-Tac will be really overkill on that. It might not look good under there, so I'm just going to use some of my, hopefully it will flow, but some of my art glitter glue. Let's see if it's going to come out today. I haven't used it yet today. I was really anxious to get in here. I am busy all day. It was family day, so my family came over. That's why I cleaned and cooked. They came over. They left. Then I went outside, did my on my little gardening sprint there where I was in and out. I mean, out. I went out and then I was in. It was really only about 10 minutes I was outside, so I didn't get too much pollen on me, or any pollen on me, hopefully. And then, okay, so let's put this down here over that art glitter glue. Yeah, so I hadn't had any crafty time today, so it's really anxious to get in here. Because it's a weekend, and that's when I do my major amount of crafting, right? That is cute. She has a yellowish shirt on, or he has a yellowish shirt on there too. So that looks really cute on that page. So we had used 3 different types of kind of ruler measuring tape type things in here for trim. We added that flashcard. And we decorated, let's see, I took my ruler out. Let's see if we can find that folded over page real quick and see how it is. I don't know if we can right now. Is this it? Yeah, here it is. Yeah, it's still sticky. I need to leave this in here before it glues itself together and let that dry some more. If there was any problem with this, like, because this is slick, this, you know, kind of glossy and slick, this yearbook paper, and this is a little kind of a bit glossy or slick, this measuring tape. If there's any problem with it, and I don't like it, I will sew it down, and I may even add something to it, so we'll see how that looks when it's done. Might add something to it. We'll see. So, let's see. Anything else? I want to add some flashcard pockets too. So I have these. I thought these would be, this is a nice size for a pocket. These little kind of almost, they're rectangle, but they're almost a square. So that's a good size for a pocket. I have these, which could be a nice pocket or tuck spot. I have these little very vintage ones here. I like the shape of these. I found these at an antique store once and had to pay a little bit more for them, but I had never seen them before, and I saw them at that one antique store. I was like, I'm getting these. And then I have these little ones. I don't know where I got these. These are really cute. I'm sure they're really vintage. Well, a little bit slick on that side. Maybe they're not that vintage, but they're flat on this side. So anyway, they're a nice little size. So, but I'm just getting the feeling that this video is probably long enough. So I think this will be, I'm trying to keep my promise to everyone that I said I would do as much on video as I can. So I guess I'll just go to the next video, and that will be putting in some of these as pockets. So we'll do that next, and I might do a little decorating off video, but I'll show you what I did, because you know, it will be something that's easily, you know, something that's easy and simple. So it really doesn't need to be shown in a video. So thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed today's progress, and I'll see you in my next video. Have a great day.